Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. I have said this several times that women cannot be trusted, especially when you are hoping on them when it comes to something important, election and all that. Never ever put your mind on them. I've been screaming it like recently, like I know, right? I understand that sometimes people might not have the same political view, but there are some certain things you see. Everybody really do have to come together and agree that this particular thing is not okay for us. And absolutely, it is not okay. But these people will rather vote against their own interest and still gaslight and manipulate you on top of it. But not anymore, right? You all are busy talking about make America great. Like, you want to take black people back to slavery, you want to take them back to Jim Crow, or like also Jim Crow, you all already know all the things surrounding, like, Jim Crow, right? Man, really, some people are amazing, but amazing in their own way. When I say amazing, you should know what I am saying. I am being respectful, right? But see, not anymore. Whatever happens, I really do look forward for to Tuesday. And whatever happens, trust me, you see this saving democracy. We all are going to be in it together. Let's get into this.
So I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump.
Ew.
And this is why. That's shocking of me to say. One, your homegirl can't afford groceries.
Or apparently internet to go to crash course American government. Cause,
Two, how Afghanistan was carried out.
So the Trump administration created the agreement to withdraw, which had a lack of coordination with Afghanistan's government. Trump's administration also agreed to release 5,000 Taliban prisoners in the agreement.
Three, how everything is happening between Israel and Gaza and the Middle East at war should not be handled how it's being handled right now.
And how do you think it should be handled? And how do you think Trump is going to fix that? Because let's backtrack. Trump was president before. So Trump cut the UNRWA funds. Trump moved the fucking embassy. He closed the consulate. He made it where Palestinian officials couldn't get visas in the United States. He made it where Palestinian officials could not work in international organizations. Trump stated that Israeli settlement into West Bank would not be illegal with international law. Trump was pushing for a one-state solution, which would be a Israel-Jewish state. So my question is, how do you think Trump would fix this issue?
Ukraine.
Oh, you're right. Let's just bow down to Russia. Let's just bow down and get on our knees for Putin.
Maui fires.
Oh, we should treat it how Donald Duck treated Hurricane Maria. We should just throw them some toilet paper, right?
All of those are perfect examples of the government mishandling taxpayer dollars.
You know what's so crazy? If that's the issue, you know who has the power of the purse right now? Because, that's House of Representatives. Republicans. Call Mike Johnson. Call Mike Johnson. Bookie butt.
Not being there for the people. Like, let's just talk about Maui for a second. How the government responded to that was actually wild. Let's talk about North Carolina for a second. How the government's response to that was actually insane.
Please list how. I would love to hear your perspective on how it was insane. Was it because Mike Johnson didn't want to bring back Congress from their break so that they could reallocate some new funds to North Carolina? Or are we blaming Kamala Harris? Are we blaming Biden for that? Because again, House of Representatives has the power of the purse. They are Republican majority right now.
It was one of those realizations that if there's a natural disaster, the government is not going to do anything for you.
And this is a realization that you were left behind.
And because of that, I cannot support the current administration.
Again, what about Mike Johnson? Mike fucking Johnson.
I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm an independent.
Is that a new way to say dumbass?
I do all my own research.
Babe, just say you use Fox News. Because this is embarrassing.
And it's actually quite terrifying to even put my opinion out there because it is so different than other people's.
Well, I see why it's a lot different, because it's lacking proper research. Just because you did some research doesn't mean that it's proper research, right? So we have to make sure we're looking at credible sources. Fox News, TikTok videos of Chewbacca, not very reliable, Bookie Butts.
But one thing I've learned from marketing
Oh, is this a Be Better Part 2?
is it's really easy to spread an agenda that you want to spread.
Yeah, that racist agenda that Donald Duck introduced in 2016. Whew, that shit spread too fucking fast, and we're ready for it to disappear.
So that's why I'm very careful while watching the news is what agenda are they trying to get across to me.
So what I'm hearing is Fox News is okay for you.
Because I don't go about this decision lightly. I vote for my family, my future kids.
You said whiteness wrong.
I'm friends with people who have came to America for safety because their country turned dangerous.
And you realize Donald Duck wants to send everybody back that was seeking asylum, right? Even if they finally got their citizenship, he still wants to send them back.
So I just want to make a educated vote.
So let's do some more research. We're not there yet.
And even though Trump has a huge ego,
I would say more than a huge ego. A huge rap sheet of being a terrible fucking person would be more accurate.
even though he should turn off his Twitter.
The fact that you have to tell an almost 80-year-old man that he should not be on Twitter anymore because he can't control the thoughts that are up here. Babe, he shouldn't be running for president.
I still feel like out of the two of them, he's going to get the job done. And
What job are we talking about? Bringing America back to Jim Crow era or bringing back mass deportations? I'm confused. What job are we talking about, Bookie Butt?
I feel like no matter what you say, America is a stabilizer for the rest of the world.
See, first thing you said I agree with. You're right. And that's why we cannot have Donald Duck in office.
And the rest of the world is on the verge of World War III.
We have been on the verge of World War III since World War II ended. Love.
Literally. So the reason I'm making my vote is because I do believe that people's lives are at stake depending on who wins this election.
And whose lives are you saving voting for Donald Duck? But also, when are you going to eat your fucking bowl? Why are you holding it this whole video? Like...
And frankly, Kamala?
Who? Who are we talking about? I don't know who that person is. Are they running? Are they a write-in candidate? Ooh.
I want a woman president.
You just don't want a black one.
But I want a woman president that doesn't lie and actually cares about the people.
But a man could be a liar.
And I quite frankly don't care if it's a Democrat or a Republican. So that's my opinion. Make your own opinion. All opinions are respected in this place.
But see, when people vote for Donald Duck, I tend to lose respect for them.
But I thought I would give mine because I feel like people don't feel free to tell their opinion.
And my opinion is, I feel like you should have done a little bit more reliable, credible research before you made this video.
I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing young ass people on this app talk about who they are and who they are not voting for.
Well, go ahead and go get your banky and your pillow because I'm going to tell you who I'm voting for. I don't know if I'm young enough for you, but I'm 22 and I'm voting for Kamala Harris. Already did, actually.
Because they're literally living with their parents.
Oh, I live alone. And I know a lot of people are in my comments like, oh my God, you live in your sister's room. I live alone. I don't have a sister. One bedroom, actually. I haven't lived with my parents since I was 18. Boogie Butt.
It's not paying for shit.
Shit, come pay my bills then. Fuck.
Meanwhile, there's people like me that have children
And who chose to have those kids?
that are married, that have jobs, and
Wait. I don't know if I fit the young threshold for you, but I sure we have jobs. We have jobs too. And there are 18-year-old, 19, 20, 21-year-olds that are married as well. Also having kids, also. Huh? People that live with their parents still have jobs. And some of them still have kids. Or are even married. Fuck.
we are struggling.
Well, it's almost like Democrats are pushing for social programs to help you out. But no, don't live on the government. Don't complain.
We have women, we have young men and women that are so worried about their right to unalive a baby that we can't even take care of our own. That
It's almost like unaliving that baby would have fixed your issue.
are living because we are so focused on murdering innocent babies.
Huh? I got something for you. Hold on. Ooh, fuck.
That is what this freaking election is coming down to.
Okay, we're gonna go through this pretty quick, okay? So we have the criminal justice reform, we have policing reform, we have healthcare access, environmental protections, pew-pew control, workers' rights, immigration rights, women rights, LGBTQ plus rights, voting rights, affordable housing, and education. You can read that other shit, pause it real quick, and read it for once.
Is unaliving babies.
No, Bookie, but that's what you're making it about.
That is the determining factor of who wins this damn election.
Please refer to about 10 seconds before this where the whiteboard is present, and please follow along. Maybe listen twice. Thank you.
Is the right to unalive a baby or the right to live, the right for literally us to be able to afford life again, for us to take care of our children. I just spent $450 damn dollars for my family of 3. That is for me, that is for my husband, and that is for my almost 3-year-old.
These companies absolutely love people who failed economics. These companies love people who don't know what price gouging is. These companies love people who blame inflation for issues that wasn't caused by inflation.
I just spent almost $400 on baby formula. I just spent $400 on baby formula that doesn't have chemicals in it. I just spent an extra probably $100 in groceries just to make sure that I'm not feeding my children and my family chemicals that the government is literally shoving down your throat.
Oh, Bookie butt. So he attempted to appeal the ACA, withdrew. Trump also reduced inspection requirements with the USDA. So this allowed more self-regulation with meat processing plants. Beloved, no, he doesn't. Trump also allowed companies to use a QR code to disclose that a product is a GMO instead of on-package labels. He also reversed bans on pesticides. Huh?
One of the biggest reasons that people are wanting to elect Donald Trump is, yes, his policies are great.
Let's sound it out. Duh, Lou.
But another thing is he is wanting to make America healthy again.
Oh, Bookie butt. Oh, Bookie butt. Okay, so first of all, you were talking about chemicals and stuff. He reversed the bans on pesticides. This man made it where companies could use a QR code to disclose that a product is a GMO instead of it being on package labels. He reduced certain inspection requirements for the USDA, which allows more self-regulation with meat processing plants. So this allowed for faster speeds on the line, which then increased contamination risk. And remember, I just said that there was a plant that shut down for contamination issues that affected your formula prices, Bookie butt. Also cut back on nutrition standards for schools, so your children. He also attempted to appeal the ACA, so no, he doesn't care about your health. So no.
With John F.K. Jr.
Do you mean RFK Jr.? Huh?
And if that is not your pushing reason of why you're not voting for, of why you're voting for him, I don't know why you would not vote for that. I don't
Love, you don't even know the dude's name. It's RFK.
know why you would not vote to make your country healthy again.
I hope we can make our country smart again. Oh my god, Bush needs to be fucking sued. These kids that were left behind are now having kids that are also going to be left behind. I'm scared.
I do not know why
That's where the video should have started and ended.
you would not vote to be able to live comfortably again.
Who is comfortable? Who is fucking comfortable? Even before COVID, people were scared to go the fuck outside.
It literally makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach to see these young ass people on this app that don't have any freaking responsibilities. They literally live with their parents.
Oh, okay, you can't be talking about me, cause babe, and don't. And even if I was, would you be mad my parents can put me up?
And they think that we want to listen to their damn opinion?
Girl, ain't shit up here. So do you think I'm gonna listen to yours?
Sorry, that may ruffle some feathers, and I may get some hate in the comments for that. But like I'm so past giving a shit because we can't even afford to live. There are people that don't even want to live anymore.
Now you care about mental health?
because they can't afford to.
I don't think this issue started in 2020. I think there were also homeless people pre-2020, love.
How does it get to that point? How do we get to the point where the execution of babies? You heard me right. You can sugarcoat it however you want. You can talk about how a baby is a clump of cells, how whatever. If you are voting for Kamala Harris, do not call yourself a Christian.
It is so wild to assume that Jesus or God would be a Republican.
And I do not mean that lightly. And I have a newfound respect for the amount of people that are coming on this app that are big content creators that have millions of followers that are actually...
See, your phone knew to shut you up. Because, girl, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is why nobody's taking the Kamala Harris campaign seriously. I'm gonna give you a quick reason why.
Please make sure it's a good one.
You can't run a campaign off of something you don't believe in.
Can you please elaborate?
Kamala Harris does not believe that Donald Trump is Hitler.
So yes. Yes. Actually, she does. I do. I believe we all do. Only the cult members don't.
She doesn't. She doesn't believe his supporters are Nazis.
So even the people that speak at Donald Duck's speeches believe that it's a Schnazi rally.
She doesn't believe he's gonna turn the United States into a dictatorship.
No. Deadass we do. Actually, love. Just because you say she doesn't believe these things doesn't mean that it's true. There's proof that he wants to become a dictator. He's even said it out loud. How he packed out the Supreme Court. And the rulings that they have made prove that he wants to be a dictator, beloved.
Because he's been president.
Okay, so let me break this down. Do I need to bring out crayons? Because I don't think the whiteboard is easy enough. So when he was president previously, there were a lot of rules that he wasn't allowed to break. Now that the Supreme Court has ruled certain cases to say that he will have immunity as president, he will be able to be a dictator. So we live in an incrementalist government, right? So it wasn't like that, right? But now there has been an effect of his presidency that will allow him to become a dictator. Just like Roe v. Wade wasn't overturned during his presidency, but he caused that and he takes accountability for overturning Roe v. Wade. But let me know if I need to bring the crayons out to explain that.
That did not happen.
Well, he said he was going to do it for this next presidency. Bookie butt came out of his mouth.
Obviously. And you wouldn't wish Hitler well, or you wouldn't be deeply disturbed if Hitler was almost assassinated.
Do you know how many attempts were made on Schmittler? Do you know the reactions of the first couple of them? Love? Oh my God.
You would wanna extinguish him from the earth.
Do you understand that people actually liked him to start with? People were manipulated by Schmittler. Love? That's like how cults work.
You would want Hitler, if you really believe what you say, you would want him dead.
Well, I didn't say it.
You would do everything in your power to take him out.
So, without breaking the law, right? That's why we're going to make sure we win by voting, right?
You would do everything in your power to take out his supporters. If you believe they're Nazis and mass murderers, you would do everything you can to exonerate them.
Do we know what the word exonerate means?
Off the face of the earth. Yet, you're trying to win their vote.
So I don't really think she's trying to gain maggots votes because, like, y'all are in a cult. Y'all aren't going to wake up. But the ones that have woken up are the ones that do not approve of how y'all act. Like, there are Republicans that aren't maggots. There are people that are putting country over party so that they can win back the Republican Party that is controlled by the Schnatzis. Bookie boy.
That's why you're not taken seriously.
Oh, you don't take us serious? Okay.
Because you can't run a country if you don't believe in yourself and your words.
Yeah, and that's why we're voting for Kamala Harris and not Donald Duck. Bookie butt.
And if you're inauthentic.
Well, you know who just staged working at McDonald's and pretended like they actually were working there for a day? And nobody would have known it was staged unless it was exposed that it was staged, because they were going to spin it like it was real. So who's inauthentic?
She's not authentic.
Ooh, so we're misgendering Donald Duck? I think he meant to say he. He. H-E? Yeah.
She listens to what her people say.
Almost like that's the whole purpose of being a politician. Yeah. If you're not able to listen to both parties when you are elected because you are representing the whole country, not just your party, you should not be president. So I feel like being able to listen is a good characteristic to have as president.
Go off the narrative that they're fascists and they're 1939 Nazi Germany.
Well, when the shoe fits, wear it, Cinderella.
Go off that narrative and run with it, and she listens, and she does so, and she doesn't look smart.
Oh, I got the mirror for you.
And that's why I think her campaign is tanking in these final weeks. You just...
Not much left to say, huh?
You can't, and to not strongly condemn what the president said about people who don't vote for Kamala being garbage.
Oh, brother, please don't do that. Because all the things that Donald Duck has said... Oh, baby, don't play victim.
If you don't strongly condemn that, if you don't condemn Tim Walz claiming that Madison Square Garden was a replication of the 1939 Nazi rally.
Somebody on stage at that rally said it was a Schnazi rally. What?
You can't. No one's gonna want you to be the president.
Don't say nobody, because I do.
It's just, whoever's behind our campaign, I just think should have approached this whole thing differently.
That's very funny. I could say the same thing to Donald Duck, but actually mean it.
Because she's not doing it right, so.
You know she's won more elections than Donald Duck ever has. After Donald Duck loses this election, Donald Duck will have lost more elections than Kamala has.
This is all I got from this video. And, I've been telling us something. I compiled all these videos because I needed to prove. I don't think there is need to prove anybody wrong or anything. I am absolutely sure that you all already know all of this, right? But this is also a reminder that women, they do what they know how to do best. And the fact that all these people have been coming out with, I don't know if really they have been able to check out each other's policy, right? Because I really don't know how people are going to follow somebody blindly. This is something that I am like, just blindly, right? I am really having a hard time to comprehend how people follow people blindly for no just reason. How do you know that everything about you, your existence and all that is at stake, right? And you are still blindly doing what you are doing with pride, right? Now, it's all about Make America Great, which I do not have a problem with. But when was that America great for people that look like me? Because you can't make something that wasn't great, like make it great again. You can make something that wasn't great before great again, right? I keep asking people, you are looking for change. What kind of change are you looking for? Because the change you are looking for might put you in trouble. Now, if you look at all these videos, you are definitely going to find out that they have the same mindset. Like, to them, the other person is not a Christian, but the other person is a Christian, right? And what kind of Christian is this person? What kind of Christian is this person? And the one that is not a Christian, how great is that person? You know, some people, I keep saying it, some people think with their anus, especially when it comes to politics. When it comes to politics, put emotions aside, put sentiment aside. Logic is what that is needed, because if you do not come up with diplomacy and logic, trust me, you are losing it. And absolutely, you can see that they are definitely losing it, right? The truth is that I am not conversing or telling anybody go and vote for this person. But this is also a reminder that if anything goes wrong, right? These people that you see on the internet saying that is this person, or that, like, if it's not this person, it's not other person, will still be the one to come out on the internet to start screaming. But then before they start screaming, somebody, if there's anybody around, you just use a backhand first to their mouth, because this is absolutely what they need. Or reset their brain with something on their neck. That is how to reset and shut people up, right? I really cannot wait for Tuesday to come. I look forward to Tuesday, and I cannot wait. And I really do hope that things go well, because some people think that it is okay for a particular person to really, I don't know how to put this, but like you all already know, it's okay for the other person to lie. It's okay for the other person to have SA, something, how many felonies, and the rest of it, that is something. And the person is still coming out to, to vie for a position, like the highest position in the world. I don't know if you get what I am saying. Now, each time I talk about some certain things, I want you all to understand that people that look like me do not have that advantage. If you all understand what I am saying, take a look at some certain things that may have happened, or had happened to people that look like me. You absolutely will concur that we do not get the chance of, opportunity for second chance, because to them, we do not deserve it. What do we need second chance for? Let's assume that someone that look like me is the one with all this coming up for this position. What do you think that will happen? Now, with everything surrounding Puerto Ricans, with everything going, majority of them absolutely just really want to, associate with white supremacy so bad, and they use them as pawns. The fact that majority of them are also coming out, campaigning and telling you this is the reason why you should vote. If it is not this person, it's not other person. That tells you how ignorant and uneducated some people are. Because if you are education does not mean that you go to school. Sometimes education is self-taught. Like, you can teach yourself some certain things. Go online and teach yourself. I am not talking about going to school, right? All these things are things you can learn in the comfort of your house. But some people would choose to be cones, or whatever they call them, Conesians, rather than making research or doing what they, do something better for themselves. And then this should be somebody's mother or somebody's wife. I really do not want to associate with someone that is not smart, especially when it comes to union. Like, how am I supposed to marry a dumb man, right? Or marry a dumb woman? So what are we doing? You really must be smart. Because this is when we talk about being smart. This is where it is needed. And you are not, I am not saying it. You read both policies, and you think as a person with a great mind and all that, this person is doing great. The truth is that I still see some people talking about Kamala Harris policy, and the truth is that they even do not know her policy. There are some also do not know Donald Trump's policy. So why are you voting if you do not know their policies? So what are you doing? You, especially Puerto Rican, you all better be ready and start packing your bags, because majority of you, whether you have the green card or whether you have your passport, or you already became a citizen, those that also seek asylum, got asylum, whether you have all that, they will still cancel it and send you back home. I mean, I am tired. Tuesday, looking forward. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.